Welcome to episode 137 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Tuesday, people. Tuesday, the 25th of August, 2020. And I hope you're all doing well out there, people. Keeping well, keeping safe, keeping your fucking masks on. Not touching people, not groping people. I have had a nice couple of days, to be honest. I've decided, people, this is one of the things I've fucking decided. I've decided to start a bit of a health kick. I am fucking unfit. I know I've spoke about this before, people, and I have done nothing about it. But this time I've made the commitment of buying some Barocca. That is, if you're not aware of what Barocca is, it's a fucking vitamins and minerals fucking tablet thing you put in water and you drink it. It basically tastes, it fizzes up, the tablet fizzes up, and you think to yourself, wow, this must be doing some good for me. You know, fizzy shit must be good for me, isn't it? Surely. And then it doesn't fizz up, and I got the orange flavour, and it's basically just like drinking fucking flat tango. So we're off the tea for today, and we're on Barocca. I know. We'll see if this has an effect with the ramblings of this podcast. It just hit me the other day. It just hit me. I know it's not a big investment, but, you know, it's a step in the right direction, surely, having some sort of vitamins running through my system. Although, it seems like you're just pissing it out. It just seems like it goes straight through you. It gives you that's the only health benefits I've seen from it. It gives you when you're having a piss, a bit of fucking hell, you know. That's Barocca coming through. You can, at least you can time, if you wanted to, if you were so inclined, people. If you were, say, bored at home, you know, you're working from home, that sort of shit, you want to know, you know, you just randomly think to yourself, I wonder how long it takes for fluids to pass through my system. Barocca is the thing for you. It will nail it down from drinking the last drop, start your stopwatch, to the first shades of bright orange coming out of your piss. I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know whether they work or whatever. You fucking Google the shit, don't you? And like anything these days, there's fors and against, isn't there? You know, there's always, you look at, that's like buying anything these days, buying anything off Amazon. But, you know, if you read every single review or looked at it, you'd be like, oh, you wouldn't buy anything, would you? You just hope that the 5-star reviews are right, and hope that the 1-star reviews are just like somebody who had a bad time either with that company or with the item that you want to buy. I was going to buy another razor the other day, an electric razor, and I thought, holy fucking shit, this is the shit. It's got good reviews and that, and then you see like 80% 5 stars, you know, like 2% like 4 stars, and then the other 18%, is that right? Yeah, 18%, he says, quickly doing the easiest maths possible in his head, but still doubting himself. Should have paid more attention in fucking maths class. The other 18% is split between 2 and 1-star reviews, and you're like, oh, fucking hell, this is a risk. You know, and then you've got the arse ache of it coming, it breaking down, or just ripping your fucking hair out your face, and then you've got to send it back. You know, that's too much hassle these days, isn't it? Do you remember when taking stuff back, you used to have to go down to the fucking shop, you know, take it down there, convince the lady behind the counter that, you know, you hadn't fucking wore it. That rip under the armpit wasn't you and was always there, and those sweat marks, Jesus. I remember buying a pair of trainers from one place once, It was last year, I think. Last year, year before, something like that. I bought a pair of trainers, a pair of white Nike Air Huaraches. And I thought, well, they look a little bit grubby, but maybe they've been on the shelf or something like that. If I put them through, and then took the insole out, and there was the fucking imprint of somebody else's foot. They hadn't even wore socks, people. They just put a bare foot in there, and oh god. And there was the imprint of like fucking like a sandy foot. You know that fucking, sandy, dirty, grubby thing you get on your fucking, on the top of your flip-flops. It was like that. Oh, man. That was hassle sending them back. And then you got to wait for the refund that they don't really want to give you. So they try and palm you off with a fucking voucher or something like that. I don't know, people. Anyway, that's my health kit. Bit more Barocca there. Look at that. I feel it. Do I look like I'm glowing? I don't know. You won't be able to tell this, like if you're listening in audio and not watching the video. Available on YouTube. So what it was, I tell you what it was. I've started getting stretch marks on my stomach. I remember when I had a toned stomach when I was younger, and I'm not fucking pigging myself out. I think my metabolism is just instantly bang overnight. It's gone right. We've been skinny your whole life. Let's try out being a fat fuck for a bit. See how that works out for you. I sympathise with these people who can't lose weight, man. I was never sympathetic with people like that before, but now the more the fatter I become and the less toned everything is, it just sort of like starts dropping from the chest, doesn't it? And you're like, oh, fucking hell, I've got enough there for a fucking training brab, baby. I need to tighten up a little bit. Either that, I'll just get bulldog clips and put them down my fucking spine like that. Just hold it in like one of those people who's had their fucking face lifted. But do that for my fucking chest and fucking stomach. I don't know, people. So anyway, this is my step in the right direction. I may do other stuff. I don't know. I've been looking at those wheel things that's meant to strengthen your core, man. You know, those wheel fucking... You basically turn yourself into a wheelbarrow. That's it, isn't it? And then the idea is that you're not pulling it with your arms, you're pulling it with your stomach. I've been Googling all that, and I thought, that looks... you buy one of them, and it's like any sort of like fad, isn't it? It's like step aerobics or fucking what else he says? Step aerobic, or those big inflatable ball things, or the fucking elasticated strap things, tension bands or whatever. You use them, you get them, and you think I'm a tension band guy now. That's what I am. I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to be tensioning these bands. I'm going to have them strapped to my wrist. I'm going to be sitting at my work desk, just moving my fucking ankles back and forth, and this is going to tone me up. You do it about once, don't you? And you go, God, that's fucking hard work, isn't it? You know, I can imagine those wheel things, whatever they are. What are they called? Core strengthening wheel, are they? I don't know. We don't know, Ben, do we? I've got to be careful here so I don't move the old Barocca over. Let's have a little Google, see what they're called. Core wheel, are they? Core strengthening wheel. Ab wheel. That's it. Fucking, yeah. Jesus, you look at some people doing it and they're just doing it on their tiptoes, like the fucking Bruce Lee, doing press-ups on their fucking little fingers. That ain't going to be me, baby. Not straight away, anyway, I wouldn't have thought. But that's the whole thing, innit? You make that commitment. Even buying the stuff, that's the thing. I think that's half the battle. You buy the stuff and then you think, right, I have made a commitment now. And you kind of feel better about yourself. And you go, well, I fucking bought it. Doesn't mean I have to actually fucking use it. Jesus. Also, let's have a little bit more Barocca here. I'm getting a bit dry. But apparently, as I was saying, like you read up on anything, and Barocca actually passes more fucking vitamins, allegedly, out of your body than actually retains it. You just, like, really, essentially just lubricating your stomach, and then it comes out. But it is a great way, as said before, of timing how long it takes for fluids to pass through your body. I'm talking about piss as well. No other fluids. One thing I did do this week as well, I've taken the leap, people. I've dived in head first off the top diving board straight into the deep end of buying Disney Plus. I know. I was, I thought $5.99 a month. That's all right. Disney Plus, I'll have a bit of that shit. It's got all the Star Wars films on it. I know. This is, yeah. I know. All the Star Wars films, all the Pixar films, all the Marvel films. Fucking great documentaries on there. Although not that much stuff. I could see myself, the amount I watch. I think you're probably aware of the amount of time I sit in front of a TV from the amount of fucking stuff I talk about on here. I can see me doing Disney Plus in about a month. And then just cancelling the subscription after that. I know. Because everything's kind of like, everything's kind of like the samey on there, isn't it? I know it's all Disney shit or, you've got the Toy Story films and the Cars films and, all of those films are pretty much like kind of the same, aren't they? There's some sort of emotional journey that the main protagonists go through. And they find out that sort of like friendship or relationships with family are the greatest thing you can have. That's every single Pixar and fucking Disney film ever. Is they might as well just come up with fucking some random, shitty title that just comes up and says, we couldn't be bothered to make this film. But the main thing is friendships and family are really great, and make up your own happy ending based around that premise. But they do that in different forms, and now they're doing live action remakes as well. Has it got to that stage now? They're just rehashing. You're like, holy fuck, they've released like a new Beauty and the Beast. Oh, it's exactly the same. It's just a live action remake. Holy shit, they've done a new Lady and the Tramp. It's just exactly the same. It's just a live action remake. Holy shit, they've done a new Lion King. It's exactly the same. It's just a live action remake. Mulan, you can get that for £20 before it comes out. It's exactly the same, just a live action remake. I don't know. It's, let's have a little bit more of this Barocca. Out of my plastic mug like I'm a fucking child. Out of my little plastic beaker. Like I'm some sort of child who can't be trusted with a fucking glass, a proper glass to drink out of. I don't even trust myself, man. That's it. So I've signed up for the old Disney Plus. I know. I've gone straight in with Disney. Hey, man, didn't he hate Jews? Yeah, he did. But, he made quite good films as well. You fucking weigh that up against each other, don't you? Yes, Disney did apparently hate Jews, but, he also did The Jungle Book, didn't he? It's a great film, which has been now made into a live-action remake as well, hasn't it? Maybe if Hitler made better films rather than just Nazi propaganda. Can you imagine that streaming service? Hitler Plus. It's just all fucking Hitler's speeches on there. Somebody would fucking sign up for that. Some fucking, neo-Nazi fucking, swastika in the fucking background over the headboard and shit like that. They're just obsessed with everything Nazi. They would sign up for that, wouldn't they? Just Hitler's speeches that have been dubbed over. and loads of documentaries all about his henchmen and shit, the SS. Somebody would do that. People like that, they're, you know, they're over the top with Hitler a little bit, aren't they? It'd be too much, wouldn't it? You know, if you've got that, if you've got a sort of proclivity for liking Nazi memorabilia and supporting what the Nazis did, they never just go, oh yeah, I like the Nazis, they're all right, but I don't, you know, I don't really think it's worthwhile putting a flag up and shit like that, you know. But they do, don't they? They have to be fucking, anyone like that has to be fucking in your face. Nobody's ever sort of like discreet or anything like that about it, are they? You know, like, hey, you open a drawer and you go, oh, you got a Nazi pin badge in there. Yeah, I fucking love what they do. I enjoyed some of their philosophies they came out with, and I really like them, but I just don't like, you know, shouting about it. But usually, like normal, you know, not normal people, but these people who like the old fucking Nazis and everything they stood for, they're like Nazi flag, fucking, you know, tattoos of fucking swastikas on them. You know, they're all a little bit like fucking Derek Vineyard, aren't they? How did we get onto that? Oh, yeah, Nazi Plus, the new channel coming to you. Only fucking, you know, 6 Deutschmarks a month. The old Deutschmarks as well. World War II Deutschmarks. Were they Deutschmarks in World War II? I don't know. I'm not Googling that shit. That's something I'm never going to need to know, isn't it? I was thinking, I could Google that and see if they had Deutschmarks in fucking World War II. But when is that ever going to come up? Never, is it? There's a lot of stuff we Google that is just for our own idleness or our own sort of like curiosity, isn't it? It's never going to come up at all. You know, core strengthening wheel. You know, the ab wheel. I've just literally just Googled it, and that will probably never come up in conversation at all. Hey, what are those wheels called? Oh, bang, done it. You're clearly not ever listened to episode 137 of the Ben Briggs podcast. Get out my face, but they are called ab wheels. Thank you, as discussed on that episode. Let's have a little bit more of this Barocco. I feel fucking alive, man. Oh, dear. It is fucking Flat Tango, though. Talking of the Nazis, Flat Tango. Wasn't that something I Googled once? Wasn't Tango set up during the war in Germany? I'm sure it was. Wheels within wheels in this episode, people, in it. I'm sure it was, wasn't it? Because the old Yanks, the old Americanos, wouldn't supply them with fucking Coca-Cola, and the Germans set up Fanta instead. That is fucking worth a Google. Let's have a look. It's a brand of fruit-flavored carbonated soft drinks created by Coca-Cola Deutschland under the leadership of German businessman Max Keith. Maybe it was just... I'm sure it was set up in the war, wasn't it? Germany. During the second... Here we go. Oh, Benny boy. Origins. During the Second World War, the US established a trade embargo against Germany. You're not getting any of our fucking Coca-Cola over there, you fucking Jew-killing bastards. To circumvent this, Max Keith, the head of Coca-Cola Deutschland, decided to create a new product for the German market using only ingredients available in Germany at the time. It's made from orange beet sugar, whey, apple pomace, and Jew's tears, I imagine. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that was fucking available. The name was the result of brainstorming session, which started with Keith exhorting his team to use their imagination, fantasy, in German, to which one of his sales, Joe Nip, retorted, Fanta. Well, there you go, people. That's it. It's wheels within wheels today, isn't it? One good thing, a little bit of a kickback, a throwback. that I did see on Disney Plus and I had to watch it immediately was the very underrated. I don't know if it is underrated or whatever, but I haven't seen it for years as well, and I forgot how much I fucking love this film. I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I fucking. However, there is not a sequel. I will never know to that. Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2? Is there a 2? Holy fucking shit, man! Oh no. Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2 is an upcoming live-action 2D, 3D computer traditional animated fantasy comedy film. It's coming in 2021, people. Holy fucking shit. I didn't realise that. I take everything back from what I just said. I was about to say, however the fuck there is not a sequel to that film, I will never know. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking, it's got everything. He says struggling for fucking words. You fucking numbnuts, man. Yeah, it's got everything. It's funny, witty, it's a bit of adventure in there, great characters, a really good arc, really good story. How the fuck, I imagine Bob Hoskins isn't going to be in the new one, as he is dead. But, that says 2021. Whether that is still the case, with the coronavirus thing going on, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Let's hope we all live through that. We want to get to Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2, and then the world can go to shit. I'm quite happy about that. Maybe like Avatar 2, Avatar 3. I think they're filming them back to back at the minute, aren't they? I don't know. I'm going to have some more of this fucking Barocca. Yeah, it gets worse. And then I tell you what, the worst thing about it leaves like a fucking scum in the bottom of your fucking, your plastic beaker. Yeah, I haven't watched that film for ages and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was I know it's like fucking, slapstick humor and all that sort of thing. Not really my thing, on stage, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then, out of curiosity, I had a look at some of the old style films like Steamboat Willie and shit like that. Jesus Christ, people were easily pleased in the 30s. Bit of a cough there. Those films are so shit. I don't know. I'm so glad I wasn't alive when those sort of when films first come out and animations first come out. They are fucking shit. I'm so glad that I wasn't around for like silent movies or, and that's all the entertainment you had. That was it, just, people holding up cards and shit for what they're saying. But Steamboat Willie is awful. If that happened today, Disney would be nothing. Disney would be run out of town with his fucking sketch pad, burning his sketch pad, probably gone the other way. A bit like Hitler himself, I imagine. Not an artist anymore, and then like the joined hatred of Jews turn them into each other. I don't know. Alleged hatred of Jews, I think. Although I don't think it's that alleged, not for Hitler anyway. We get a bit Hitler-esque on this podcast, and I'm not liking it. Or not alleged for Disney either. Apparently. Anyway, let's finish this fucking Barocca off because I'm fucking holding it in my hand. There we go. You get that fucking... It's the aftertaste. Tastes like a fucking aspirin. That's the worst thing about it. We can start the stopwatch now, and I will update you in the next episode of how long it takes me to piss that Barocca out. Right, here's world news story, North Korean story. What's happening in that batshit nation? I don't say batshit enough, I don't think. Kim Jong-un in coma. Let's have a look. In coma again. Is that it? Yeah. Rumors explain is Kim Jong-un in a coma. Now, apparently, North Korean leader and dodgy fucking haircut wearer. He's got that weird fucking shave thing around the side. He's almost like a sort of like a baby with one of a fucking boy band haircut, isn't he? That's what he looks like to me. He just because he's got the fucking round face, you know. He's like and then the shaved sides, isn't he? Like a fucking hipster. But instead of fucking combing it to one side or whatever to make him look as though he was like, you know, going to war in 1945, he just slicks it fucking back and then the sides and everything, you know. Nobody said to him, oh, fucking, you thought about parting it to the side or anything like that rather than just slicking it back and having them fluffy feather things hanging out like on the right and left-hand side of your face, you fucking fat baby. I imagine nobody's ever called him a fat baby in North Korea, have they? But apparently he is in a coma, whether that is true or not, or he's just like asleep or nobody fucking dared wake him up. And his sister, Kim Yo Jong, has assumed power. Now, this sounds dodgy. Whether it is dodgy or whether it isn't dodgy, I don't know. This sounds... it sounds like people have possibly got pissed off with him. Oh, yeah, he's just he's in a coma. What are you feeding into that fucking mincing machine? Oh, nothing. It's got whatever you're feeding into it. It's got fucking shaved sides on it and a fluffy bit. What's that? Yeah, so Kim Yo Jong, I think her name is. I think that's how it said. But it also says that it's most likely fake as well. You don't know, do you? That's the whole thing. To be in that much control, you know, it's just rumors that come out of North Korea. Apparently, he's in a coma. Apparently, his sister's taken over. But also, you know, if he does get better, if he is in a coma, and B, if his sister has taken over and he does get better, you wouldn't want to be that sister, would you? I mean, didn't he killed an uncle or something like that, didn't he? Like to gain power. If you kill anyone, I think to gain power, you know, you're crossing the line a little bit there, aren't you? You know, like there's no democratic elections, I don't think, and he's just you know, loves his fucking nuclear weapons. If he didn't have I don't know why he has nuclear weapons. Probably because he's scared of the fucking South or whatever, or because he's like, you know, just wants to extend the size of that baby dick he's got. Little baby dick. I don't know, but you wouldn't want to be his sister after he fucking comes round again, would you? Just keep chloroforming him every day. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be a fucking nightmare. I remember what he did to fucking my uncle just before Christmas. His family in tears, shit like that. Keep him under like that. And she's like offering reforms and shit. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't eat the dogs. Maybe people can have a pet, a little dog or something. I don't know. But apparently that's what's happened at the minute. I'm fascinated by that entire country. I'd love to go there. I'd love to go to North Korea just to see, not like, see what it's fucking like. Not like, fucking, like the bit they just show the fucking news agencies and the news people where everyone's there with the thumbs up going, we love it here. This is fucking amazing. As they've got a fucking rifle in the back of their head, just poking into that lumpy bit at the back of their neck. But just to see what it's like, see how people live, watch a bit of the TV and shit, and just see how a controlled state like that I'm probably never going to go there, am I? You know, like, you're not going to do a podcast from there, I imagine, unless you got a fucking knock on the door as soon as you say where you are. Oh, dear. What are we on? 29 minutes, people. Holy fucking shit. It's kind of flown by a little bit. I've been on many a tangent, haven't I? Many a tangent. That was episode 137 of the Ben Briggs podcast. If you want to message me about anything, call me a twat or whatever, or just moan in general, it is just podcast at benbriggs.co.uk. I will be back on Saturday, motherfuckers. Have a good week till then. Take care.